If you're a technology seller who works hard, follows up consistently, and still ends quarters short of your target, this might be the most important a few minutes of your sales career. Not because I'm going to motivate you, not because I have a magic script, but because in the next few minutes I'm going to show you exactly why the problem is not you and what the top performers in your field are doing differently that nobody ever told you about. How tech sellers move from hoping and struggling to hit 100% to a guaranteed method to hit 100% and go beyond. The system your company never gave you. So stay with me. What is your commit for this month? How much are you closing this quarter? Now, if you are in field sales, selling technology, you already know these are some of the most uncomfortable questions a sales manager can ask on a Monday morning. Not because they are difficult questions, but because if you are honest, you are often not completely sure. Your sales funnel may look full, but deep down, you know, some of those opportunities are built more on hope than on certainty. So you answer as confidently as you can, and then spend the rest of the week hoping that one customer replies, one proposal gets approved, one delayed decision somehow lands before the quarter closes. Week after week, the forecast slips. Monday reviews become stressful. You start getting worried, sleepless nights, and a quiet thought starts creeping in. What am I missing? Because you are working hard. You leave home early, you travel, you sit through long meetings, you answer emails late at night, you build proposals on weekends, you follow up like hell. And still, when the quarter closes, the numbers do not reflect the effort. Meanwhile, you watch others qualify for President's Club, the Best Performer Awards. They seem more certain, more in control. They earn the recognition. They earn the large variable payouts. And it looks as though they are achieving more with maybe half of your stress and efforts. Now, I want you to know something important. There's nothing wrong with your ambition. There's nothing wrong with your work ethic. There is certainly nothing wrong with your intelligence. The real issue is much simpler. Your company trained you on products and technology. It never gave you a proven tech sales system. And that missing system is the difference between hoping you hit 100% of target and knowing exactly how to build toward it. Now, I know what some of you might be thinking. I have tried sales training before. I sat through the workshops. I read the books. Nothing really changed. I hear you. And honestly, you are probably right about those programs. Here is why most sales training fails technology sellers specifically. Now, generic sales training is built for generic sellers. It teaches techniques and scripts designed for transactional selling, not for the complex, multi stakeholder, long cycle deals that technology sales actually involves. You cannot take a framework built for every type of sales and apply it to a 6-month enterprise software deal with, say, 5 decision makers, a technical evaluation, and a procurement process. So, if previous training has not worked for you, it is not because you cannot learn. It is because you have never been given a system built specifically for what you do inside technology sales. But that is until now. Hi, my name is Rajneesh Jain, and I spent my career in technology sales with Incram Micro, IBM, Sun Microsystems, and Oracle. In my early years, I struggled badly. There were consecutive quarters where I was hitting only 20 to 30% of target. I read every motivational book I could find. I watched videos, I attended trainings, and I got many certifications, but nothing changed. And out of desperation, I made a decision that changed the course of my career. I borrowed money from a friend to attend a sales mentoring program. The fee was nearly 5 times my monthly salary. Now, it was not an easy decision, but I had reached a point where continuing the same way felt far more expensive than taking a chance on learning a better approach. So, did it transform my results overnight? No, but it gave me something far more valuable. a completely new way of looking at sales. For the first time, I understood that consistently hitting 100% or more of target was not about luck, not about extrovert personality, not about being naturally gifted or charismatic. It was about structure, an engineered, repeatable system. Once that realization took hold, everything started to change. I noticed that top performers were not relying on luck. They were operating with a repeatable system, a structured way to prepare, a disciplined way to uncover business problems, a method to handle objections calmly, a way to control deal momentum, and a clear way to forecast with confidence. So I began building my own system, testing it in the field, refining it quarter after quarter. And the results took a few quarters, but they changed dramatically. From 20 to 30% of target to 70 to 80%, then consistently above 100%, then 150%, 200%, and beyond. The efforts were recognized by awards every year and for many years. At my peak, I achieved performance that placed me in the top tier of global sales, sitting alongside with Scott McNeely. And I want to be clear here. It was not about me, the person. It was entirely about the system, followed consistently quarter after quarter. So when I started Quorum, I took these principles, distilled them further, and began working with tech companies, founders, and sales leaders across the country. I coached thousands of sellers, and the pattern was always the same. When people adopted a structured operating system, their confidence increased, their forecasts became more accurate, and their results improved. As I was confident of the system, and as expected, the results started pouring. So I made a decision. I took everything I had learned from my own field experience, from building Quorum, and from coaching thousands of technology sellers, and I distilled it into a single practical system. A system built specifically for technology sales. The system that no company ever gave me. The one I wish I had during the years of painful struggle. I created the tech sales breakthrough system. This is not a course. It is not a motivational content. It is not theory. It's a practical sales operating system. A 120-minute execution blueprint, less than 2 hours, designed to help solution sellers, sales managers, and tech founders to build a repeatable system for hitting 100% or more of their sales targets consistently. And unlike any generic training you may have tried before, every framework inside this system was built from the ground up for technology sales or solution sales or consultative selling. Inside, you will go through 6 powerful shifts. So shift number 1 is about mindset foundation. Before anything else, you need the inner belief structure that top performers carry into every call. Not motivation, not affirmations. A proven mindset framework that gives you the psychological edge to sell with authority, especially when deals get hard. Shift number 2 is pre-call preparation. Most sellers walk into calls underprepared and hoping the conversation goes well. Now, after the shift, you will walk in with a clear agenda, knowing exactly what you need to accomplish, why this customer should care, and how to steer the conversation from the first minute. Remember, preparation is not a soft skill. When you do it right, it is a competitive weapon. Shift number 3 is the SIAM discovery framework and Mansi qualification filter. This is one of the most powerful proprietary frameworks in the entire system. SIAM or SIAM is a structured discovery methodology I developed over years of field selling and coaching, built specifically for technology solution sellers. The SIAM or SIAM framework takes you deeper beyond generic questions and generic answers. When you run discovery using SIAM, you stop pitching and start solving. The Mansi qualification filter or method is a structured framework I built to help tech sellers quickly and accurately determine whether an opportunity deserves their time, energy, and focus. Do not spend 3 months chasing a deal that was never going to close. So Mansi gives you data and the reason to decide. Qualify early, qualify accurately, invest your time where it actually counts. Then shift number 4 is objection handling. Every tough questions, pricing, timing, competition, internal approvals, becomes a moment to either build trust or lose ground. In this shift, you will develop a calm, structured way to handle the objections that most sellers either they avoid or they fumble. They get nervous. You will learn to use objections as signals of interest and not something to defend. And when a customer pushes back, you will know exactly what to say and why it works. Shift number 5 is deal momentum. The silence after a proposal is where most deals die. You send the document, you wait, and then nothing. So in this shift, you will learn how to keep deals moving without chasing, without sounding desperate, and without waiting and wondering. Shift number 6 is the 3 KPI tracking system. Now, most CRM ask you to manage 15 stages, tracking dozens of field and update endless records throughout the quarter. And at the end of all of that, most sellers still cannot tell you with confidence what their number is going to be. These 3 KPIs tell you exactly where your funnel is healthy, where it is leaking, and what your forecast actually looks like, and what is required to hit 100% and beyond. Backed by real data, not gut feel, not hope. When you track these consistently, you will never walk into a Monday morning review unprepared again. And after going through all these six shifts, you will integrate everything into your own personal tech sales operating system. This is not something you watch once and set aside. This becomes the way you sell every call, every deal, every quarter. And to help you implement faster, you receive 4 bonuses. Bonus number 1 is complete companion worksheets bundle. Every template, every framework from the system, ready to use in your next sales call. These are the exact tools I use when coaching sales teams privately. Bonus number 2 is SIAM discovery questions. This has about 35 field tested discovery questions built specifically for tech solution sellers, designed around the SIAM framework and Mansi qualification filter to surface real business pain in technology deals. Over 400 sellers have already purchased this as a standalone resource. You get it free, included. Bonus number 3 is the Desert of Sales. It's a Kindle ebook, and this book is on Amazon, covering what it actually takes to survive and succeed in a sales career over the long term. The context and philosophy behind the system, the technology sales breakthrough system. Bonus number 4 is lifetime community access, and this is only for launch period. Now, you will go through the system, you will start applying it, and then real life will happen. A deal will stall, an objection will come up that you are not sure how to handle. You will have a question the night before a big meeting. So this TSBS community is where you bring those moments. I will be there, my team will be there, and so will the other tech sellers navigating exactly what you are navigating. I plan to move this to a paid subscription in the future. Now during this launch period, it is yours, included. So when you add all this together, the system, the worksheets, the discovery questions, cheat sheet, the Amazon book, and full community access, the real world value is actually well above 50,000 rupees. But I did not build this to be something only a few people could access. I built it because I know what it feels like to be good at your job and still fall short, simply because nobody gave you the right structure. So it's not 20,000, not 10,000. During this launch period, your one-time investment to get everything is, just check below. Yes, it's a one-time payment and with lifetime access. Now think about what one successful quarter could mean. One additional deal closed, one stronger forecast, one quarter above 100%, one President's Club qualification, one promotion. Any single one of those outcomes will make you laugh at this investment. Now, here is what you need to know about timing. This is a launch price. It exists because I want ambitious action takers who are really looking for a proven system to have access at an affordable investment and build community in the process. Once this launch window closes, this price will definitely not come back. The community alone, which I plan to move to a paid subscription, will cost more than what you are paying for everything right now. I have set a number in my mind, and once it hits that number, the prices will increase to, I don't know. So if you're watching this after that date, I'm sorry, you have missed the launch pricing. Check the page below to see what is currently available. Now, if you're watching this now, within the launch window, do not let this moment pass. And you don't have to worry about the risk involved because I believe deeply in this system. I am taking all the risk for you. I know how much it hurts when you know you have a potential, but you're unable to cross that mark. And hitting 100% or more is more than just hitting sales targets. You know what I mean? So go through the modules, complete the worksheets, apply the SIAM framework and MANC method to your live deals, track your 3 KPIs, start building your sales forecasts, use the community when you need support. If within 90 days you do not experience a meaningful, substantial shift in how you prepare, discover, qualify, handle objections, control deals, and forecast, simply send us an email and we will refund 100% of your investment. No forms, no arguments, no risk. Alright? So now you have a choice. You can keep doing what most sellers do. Work harder, hope deals close, hope customers respond, hope the quarter is different, and hope is not a sales strategy. And deep down, you already know that. Or you can spend the next 2 hours installing a system that top performers took years to develop through trial, error, failures, setbacks, and expensive lessons. Your company may never give you this system. Most never do. Today, you can give it to yourself. I still remember with so much of embarrassment and hesitation asking money from my friend to join a program I could not afford because I had run out of other options. That investment changed the trajectory of my career, and I'm still benefiting from it today. I wish someone had handed me what I'm handing you right now. Click the button below, get instant access, go through the program, use the worksheets and templates for your products, solutions, and services, and start implementing from tomorrow. See yourself controlling the entire process, right from the first meeting to sales forecast and hitting your sales goal. A journey to hit 100% and beyond. The system your company never gave you is just one click away. This is the structure that moves you from hoping you hit 100% to knowing exactly how to build toward it, quarter after quarter. So thank you for your time, and I look forward to welcoming you inside.